You toured with both the Crew Shadows and V&V Nation. What were those experiences like for you?
They're amazing. I love touring. It's so much hard work, but it's such a good payoff and a lot of fun.
I was actually at the
tours.
show
Which one?
in Philadelphia with V&V Nation.
Oh, yeah.
When you were on stage, I was upstairs interviewing them.
Oh, no.
I think I caught the last song. I was like, oh, these guys are really, this is really good.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, and Ronan gives such good interviews too.
Yes, he gives like 30-minute interviews.
Like, I get kind of shy when he could talk for, he's got a lot of interesting things to say.
Yeah.
So, but oh, that's great. That's really cool.
I wanted to make sure you knew that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I didn't really get to hear you. I heard like maybe one song.
Okay.
You could hear it through like the walls.
I'm going, okay, what is this girl? Yeah, we had so much fun. Well, with V&V Nation, they really liked us too. Like, we got along really great, and he liked our stuff too, which obviously, like, that's why bands, they don't tour together with other bands.
Yeah,
they don't like.
That's one of my questions for him was, well, how do you pick your opening acts? I'm like, oh.
He said, out of a hat. No, kidding. No,
I hear them and I like them.
He actually said when we joined the tour, he's like, this is great. It's like, you're like the industrial Madonna. And I'm like, oh,
yeah.
Cool. But
I think he said something like that.
Yeah, to me, it's kind of like the scene is kind of lacking in female representation. Not so much in the goth side and the rock side, but definitely in the more electronic side.
Yeah.
I think, even this weekend, there's not even, I was like going, where are,
Has it been hard for you because of that?
Yes and no. Like, it's kind of, how do I put this?
I wanted to ask about that,
but
I didn't want to, come off as a jerk.
It's fine. No, we stand out probably more because there's a female vocalist, but then we get stereotyped faster because a lot of people will be like, I don't like female vocals. Like, what? You're excluding an entire sex of creativity just because you think you don't like that's like saying I don't like male vocals. Like, well, there's distorted, there's pop singers, there's I can't even, I'm like losing my focus right now, but like all the different types of vocals. But we stand out more because it is me trying to do this and make music because I want to do it. But then in another way, we get stereotyped more like, oh, that chick band or whatever. Like, it's tough, but then we've gotten some breaks because of it, because we don't blend into all the baby bands that sound very similar and are doing the same thing. So, yeah. Cool.
What is your favorite city to perform in and why?
Have you seen that episode of The Simpsons where they go to rock camp and they're like, always say that this is the best city, no matter where you are. And then Homer's like, wait, but you said Springfield's best. That's because it is the best, right? Yeah. No, it's but honestly, I hate excluding cities by answering this because every city does have their own little character and their own uniqueness when you play there. I really like playing the U.S. The kids are wild, like places like Texas blow me away. California, Seattle, like the West Coast.
Well, my next question
Philly.
Is, are there any funny stories that you can share about your experiences in either making music or your touring experience? So that's kind of ties into it.
Funny stories. Well, my drummer tends to get naked a lot, and that always leads to funny stories. I don't think we're going to do that tonight just because security's been pretty tight here this weekend, and we might get thrown out for indecency. So, but I wanted to say another favorite region too is the UK has always been so supportive of our stuff, like one of our bigger markets to play to, and I just love going there. We were just there last weekend. Funny stories. Well, every touring story that we went on that involved touring with V&V Nation was just a blast because we just had so much fun with them. So it's weird because you try to retell. Okay. Yeah, you can tell. You try to retell tour stories to people, and they just go, "What?" And I'm like, "Well, it was really funny at the time. Trust me." It just random things come to your mind, and you're like, because you just get delirious, and you become like a close-knit touring family. And the Crew Shadows too. We just had so much fun.
Speaking of America, touring in different places, how is touring in America a different experience for you than, say, touring in your home country of Canada or even Europe?
Yeah, it's kind of the U.S. is definitely a bigger market. Canada is amazing.
Really, that's the first time I heard something like that because it's kind of a niche.
Oh, sorry. Well, compared to Canada. right? Like
Compared
U.S.
to Canada or
U.S.
or
is
Europe.
a lot bigger of a
Right.
market than Canada.
Right.
Like the cities are just so spread apart, and Canadians like they're awesome. Like I'm from Canada, but they are a little more reserved, like of
Right.
an audience, but they're so appreciative because bands don't often get to come to Canada.
Right.
So like they really love when bands like do come, but the kids are a little more crazier. Maybe it's just the times that we've played because we've gotten to play the U.S. more.
Right.
So yeah, and then yeah, I love playing North America. Like even Mexico, we played. That was great. Europe is different. Like the UK is really awesome. Germany, we've had really good experiences there too. A little bit of culture shocks in certain places.
Like a shot with water.
Okay, as long as it's water. It's a tough question, really, because, you think, like, the audiences all do have something unique when you go to different cities, but when it comes down to it, they're just all there to enjoy the music, so no matter how
Right.
they enjoy it, no matter if it's 20 people or 200 people or 600 people, you just soak in their energy because they're happy to see a show, and
Right.
you have to give them everything you got. So.
All right.
Cliche.
Well, I think I'm
Sorry.
going to end it there because
Yeah.
I think I've taken up way too much of your
No,
time
no,
today.
I don't even hear sound check going on, but
Yeah, because we're
we'll
back
see.
here.
We'll
But,
see. Okay. I hope that's.
I got one more question if you're up for it. All right. Where do you see the future of music heading, and where do you see yourself in that future?
That's a tough one. I try not to like. It sounds dumb to say you don't want to put your expectations too high. Like you hope that everything's gonna go really well and you get to do this for as long as possible. But then every day, like I am thankful if I get to go out and do these tours and these shows. And I don't know how long it can last because, like I said, it's so tough. Like bands like us, we don't. If we're living off it, it's very tough. You're scraping by. So, I'm working on the 4th album. I'm gonna release it, hopefully get to tour it, but beyond that, I try not to build up what
Right.
could be. You just put everything you got into this moment. So,
All right. Thank you very much.
no problem.